Hello, my name is Chelsea Urban, and the mental health professional I have chosen is actually my cousin. So, before I was doing my supervisor, but I felt like my job is not something I want to do long term or something that I wanted to use for the interview purposes. So, I actually went with someone who I didn't think about at the moment, but was able to speak to, do an interview with, and get all the questions that I had written down answered. So I actually chose my cousin, and her name is Miss Crystal Kelly. So she's worked for an organization for, she told me, about 4 years, I believe, called Diamond Experience Company, and she is a qualified mental health professional. I am reading off of the notes I have here with questions and some notes I have there because it's a lot of information. But she states that in her role as a qualified mental health professional, they utilize the strengths-based model, which helps her develop and build skills with the children and families she works with. And she stated that she has her bachelor's degree from Sam Houston State University. And then she does have to get a QMHP, which is a Qualified Mental Health Professional Certificate. And it's just like a list of criteria that I'm going to state in a little bit for what you have to some qualifications that you have to have this certificate to be in this role. She also stated that that her job was able to work from a strengths-based, which I just said, trauma-informed and culturally competent perspective, which she really likes. She said a lot of times her job is very demanding, very stressful, and can be overwhelming. But from all of the material she learned from college and just utilizing the strengths-based model, it really does play a part in her everyday job, and it helps make her job a little bit more easier, as well as always having her supervisor to back her up, just if she needs that assistance. So then I got my questions and notes here, so I'm just going to kind of go off of it. So the first thing I just wrote down is, what is the exact role of a qualified mental health professional? And then I concluded, and from speaking to her, they provide comprehensive mental health assessments and interventions, often acting as a primary point of contact for clients. So she's that person who advocates for her clients, who goes in above and beyond for her clients, and she goes out, completes assessments, interventions, and comes up with a plan based off of that assessment and those interventions that she does with each client on her caseload. And I feel like this is something similar to what I'm already in, because I have a caseload, I work with clients, I help provide services to them. So I'm like, if this was a career that I did go into, I probably could do it, because this is already something I'm doing. So let's get into the questions now. So I asked her, number one, what is the current salary or starting salary for this position? Now, she said this is always a tricky question, because depending on experience and the years that you've been there, and just within your employer itself, and how you're doing in the job, like if you're exceeding expectations and they see that you're you don't have any negative points or whatever, you just steadily going up the ladder, your salary could be pretty good. But she says for right now, just with her years experience, she's at about 42,000, give or take. So that was the first question. The second one is, I asked her, was it hard to obtain a qualified mental health professional certificate? And she said no. Some of the requirements that she listed, and I have a list. I'm not going to go through all of them because it's a lot, but if you meet some of these, you can easily get your certificate. So the first one was you must have, let's see what she said. So you must meet three others minimum requirements. The first one is have at least a bachelor's degree from a college or university, or a minimum number of hours equivalent to psychology, social work, nursing, sociology, counseling, etc., which a lot of us have already in this field. The second one is you can be a registered nurse. Don't have that. A community service specialist. Have a high school diploma or degree. 1 year working in mental health services. It's just a lot of things that can qualify you. Be 18 years or older. And then I'm going to go on to the next question. What did I skip? Okay, yeah, I'm on number 3. And then I asked her, can you describe your experience in conducting mental health assessments and formulating diagnosis? And she told me that she has extensive experience in conducting mental health assessments, interviews, and she's worked with really diverse populations, including children, adolescents, and seniors, and adults. So, within having that experience, she says, sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. So within having that experience, just kind of being able to work in not like one setting, like just adults, but sometimes she'll see adults, sometimes she'll see children's. It has broadened her horizon if she wants to go to another job because she's not like narrowed down. She has a wide range of, I guess, more on the macro level, wide range of well, it's really micro, but wide range of population she serviced, not just being children or not just being seniors, but it varies. Okay, so the next question I asked her was, and I'm running out of time, how do you maintain patient confidentiality in challenging situations? And she said that patients need to know that whatever they share won't be disclosed without their consent unless it's an immediate harm to themselves or others, which we all know that. Number 5, what is the exact role of a qualified mental health professional? She said they provide comprehensive mental health assessments and interventions and act as a primary contact for clients. Then I asked her, how do you stay updated with the latest research and advancements in the mental health care? And she said that they regularly attend professional development workshops. They also have webinars that focus on the latest research in mental health. 7, I asked her, what is your approach to working with families of individuals who struggle with mental health? She said her approach to working with families is based on empathy, communication, and education, which I like because I feel like in the psychology room and me wanting to be a counselor, you have to be able to empathize with your clients. You have to be able to communicate well and to reciprocate off of the things that have been told to you from your clients, and to be able to help your clients come to a resolution. Sorry, y'all. Okay. And then she said that she also believes it's crucial to create an open dialogue with family members so that they can feel comfortable in discussing their concerns and, just speaking to her as, their counselor, their case manager. So number 8, I asked her the big question, how do you manage stress? She said that she manages stress. She works out a lot. She eats very healthy, which she does. And, she takes time for herself. She'll take mental health days, and her job does have mental health days, or she doesn't have to just call in sick. And, takes vacations and, takes the time to take care of herself, which I really like. I asked her, how do you handle high stress situations? And she said during those times, she focused on ensuring safety, making sure she provides support to the clients and families, and helps them try to regain control of any situation that they're in where she feels like it's becoming a stressful situation or environment. And then she says she feels like she doesn't try to rush clients on their feelings on judgment. She doesn't try to rush on judgment, but she tries to validate clients in their feelings. And the last question I asked her was, how do you handle situations where a client is not making progress or regressing in their treatment? Because this is something I feel like I want to be able to know how to handle, being a psychologist. And if I feel like my client, we're not really getting anywhere or I'm not seeing progress. And she said that in these situations, if a client is not progressing or regressing, it is important to go back and reassess the treatment plan, revisit their goals, and then evaluate a therapeutic approach and consider outside factors that may be impacting why they're not progressing or, the situation is not changing and getting better. So after conducting this interview with my video interview with my cousin, I feel like, question number 10 was my biggest concern, and she really helped me to see that, you really need to reevaluate your client's goals if you feel like they're still stuck, they're not where you think they should be. And also, you can always speak to your supervisor if you feel like you're dealing with a client, even as a psychologist, or you even feel like you can't, take on that client anymore. You can express your concerns to your supervisors, and you don't have to feel stuck or like you don't know what to do. So I know this video was a little long, but I really did appreciate interviewing my cousin, and I like a lot of the points she gave me as far as how to handle stress, taking time for yourself. Self-care is very important. Thank you. I hope I answered all the questions in this video correctly.